turn this on. Are we?
We're going?
What's down here? I feel like we used to do something down here.
I know. This is kind of
This is weird.
awkward territory.
Let's have a drink. We'll
Let's
talk
have a
about
drink.
our unexcused absence.
Cheers.
Cheers, my man.
Look at me. I'm checking text
What are you
messages while
doing?
we're doing this.
You're supposed to be, and you yell at me for having my phone
I
on.
totally lost the flow, the rhythm and flow.
Oh, that's a Trenton beer.
That beer from Trenton gets foamy.
Beer from Trenton. So just obviously, Naeem and I it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since we've done one of these.
Almost a month, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. This started as something we were doing in the winter to kind of combat the seasonal depression of winter and gray and clouds all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So the last probably 3 weeks to a month, summer, warm, swimming pools, hanging out, parties, trips.
Yeah.
Kind of taking over a little bit.
Right.
Good news is we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we did. We built up some material, which is nice.
We did.
Well, I wouldn't even call it material. I just call it experiences.
It's just experience.
It's just happening.
Right. And that's what another thing the show is about, just what's happening to us day to day.
Yeah. And we're lucky today it's raining.
Yep.
Because if it was sunny, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have called you and said, let's do an episode. I would have been outside.
And that's so why is that? Why is that you don't like the rain all of a sudden?
Because no, it's not that I don't like the rain. It's that we only get a certain amount of sunshine and beautiful days here in Cincinnati, So when we get some, we got to take advantage of them.
Right.
And last thing I want to do is come down in a basement.
Right. No,
and record.
And that's kind of where we're at with this. But I was saying that to say the trip you just got back from.
The trip
was a little moist.
Yeah. Oh, more moist. She was dripping wet. Let me tell you that much.
Floodgates were open.
We this is a podcast where we like to keep things light and fun, but the trip that Alicia and I just took was down to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Over the weekend. And I just want to give our heartfelt condolences to all the families that suffered loss of family members or people who lost their lives in that flooding. It was horrible.
Yeah,
it was horrible. So
you guys were in Austin.
We were in Austin.
And you were getting it bad there?
Yeah, it was real bad. Well, it was very near. So like Lake Austin had so much debris in it. They were having breaking news reports saying, do not do anything recreational in Lake Austin.
Right.
There's too much crap going on in there. I don't know exactly like the Girl Scout camp.
Yeah.
That got hit. I don't know how far away that was from it. I know it was close.
So was it just rain? Just buckets of rain just out of nowhere?
We landed there Thursday at about 5:00.
Yeah.
And didn't really rain much Thursday, but when we woke up Friday morning, it was already raining.
Man.
So we went to the grocery store.
Like raining.
Yeah, raining hard.
Yeah.
And so we went and grabbed some umbrellas. We had a walking tour that we had pre-booked. A walking food tour. So we're going to like 6 different restaurants, walking around, they call it the SoCo district, South Congress.
Yeah.
Of really close to downtown Austin. And so we're walking all these places. We got umbrellas. I mean, we're getting soaked and it's just, it just won't stop raining. Meanwhile, we keep looking at the forecast back home, 91 degrees, sunny, beautiful. Our dog sitter, we're like looking at the cameras that are on the pool.
Yeah.
She's just living her best life at our house and, playing with the dogs. And meanwhile, we're just hunkered down, getting dumped on down there. But you know us, we made the best of it.
Sure. Absolutely.
We did. We bopped around. We did our normal thing. A lot of food, a lot of drink. I will tell you, normally we eat a lot of food, but our first 4 meals, 3 of them consisted of pizza.
Okay.
So we would just keep going. And then there's a doggone pizza place on every corner around
by the
there.
Slice kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, we wouldn't be able to get into a restaurant because everything was so busy. Couldn't get reservations. So we're like, let's just go get a piece of pizza.
Right.
And then when we're done at the comedy show, we saw Joe Rogan's Comedy Club, the mothership.
Okay.
Went there, saw Greg Fitzsimmons, funny guy.
Okay.
After that, got pizza. So we were making a joke like the next afternoon, I think after, we bopped around a little bit. We never ate breakfast because we slept in because it was raining so much.
Yeah.
First thing we do, we go out.
Pizza.
Got pizza. I'm like, I said, babe, no more pizza. I can't do it anymore. We got to go get a real meal. And so that's pretty much what it was. So it rained all day Friday, rained all day. I think Friday night it let up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it rained all day Saturday.
Wow.
And then it stopped somewhere, in the wee hours of the morning. And then Sunday actually turned out to be a nice day, but of course, that's the day we were leaving.
And you're washed out anyway at that point.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
just water everywhere.
Well, no, it dried. Well, where we were, it all dried up.
Okay.
Everything was dry
Yeah.
because there was a big river right near us, and everything just flowed into the river and dried up.
Okay.
But yeah, we stayed until I think our plane took off at 4, so it was just hot and humid, but it was
Yeah.
nice, just grabbed a couple cocktails, grabbed some lunch, then we were off to the airport. Now we're back in Cincinnati, and
And guess what it's doing
it's raining
for the next 4
for
days?
the next 4
So
days.
I said, thanks. Thanks for bringing the rain back with you, buddy.
I got a freaking black cloud over me. It just won't stop raining wherever I go. Oh my gosh. But
So
that always happens to us on vacation. We go to Mexico, boom, rain. We go to,
yeah,
Dominican, boom, rain. It's just like rain, 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 rain everywhere.
it's gotta happen at least one day.
Yeah. But we always make the best. So
Absolutely. It's all you
anyway,
can do.
yeah, we had a good time. We experienced something that I said I would never ever do.
What's that?
I got in a driverless cab.
Oh, yeah, I saw the videos. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Dude, when we first got there, she's like, "Oh, we're getting in a driverless cab." So they're called Waymo.
Yeah,
They're in like 6 cities. Austin happens to be one of them. And so I'm like, "I'm not getting in that thing." Like, I have another car that drives itself, and I don't trust it.
right.
But this thing is no driver at all. You just get in and
Um,
you're at its mercy. Man, she waited till I got a few cocktails in me and
yeah,
calls it
sure.
because it's connected to your Uber app.
Right.
So it says, "Uber, you've, been paired with a Waymo driver. Is that okay?" And you have to go in the app and sign all these disclaimers and
Oh,
everything, pretty
sure.
much like, "If
Oh,
we
yeah.
kill you, you're just
You're
dead.
you're just on your own.
That's it. You've got
Right.
no claim." So this thing and they're all Jaguars, right? White
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Okay.
They show up, they got all these cameras outside of them. They got this big spinny thing on top that shows your initials. So
Yeah.
when it gets within about 50 feet of you, your initials pop up on this, like, spinny screen, and then you have to hit a button on your phone app that says, "Unlock the car,"
Okay.
and then the handles pop out.
To make sure they got the right person.
Yeah, they got the right person. You get in, man, this car starts talking to you. It's like, "Good afternoon, Naeem. Where would you like to go? It looks like your final destination is Colton House Hotel." I'm like, "Yeah." So you hit start drive on the screen.
Oh, no.
There's a screen in the back and the front. So no matter where you sit, you got a screen you can control. And then you can choose the music you want to play.
Oh
It
my
brings up this whole
gosh.
thing. And I mean, the one thing about these damn things is they are aggressive. Like, dude, this thing, and you're watching them too. They're switching lanes. If the car in front of them's too slow, they're hitting the blinker, the wheel goes, and boom. I watched one make 2 3-point turns because it was
Oh my
stuck in
god.
like this kind of little area trying to turn around and
Right?
go get people. And I mean, it's the wildest thing.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Cool thing is though, it's only in like the downtownish area, so you'll never go over 30 miles an hour,
Okay.
which is nice.
And they're
Which is
electric
nice.
cars, I'm assuming?
They I think so because the ride was so smooth.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, they were all electric. But man, I'm telling you, if you get an opportunity to take a Waymo,
I don't know, man. My first thought when I saw the video, I was like, "No, no,
it freaks
no
you
way."
out. It does. It
You're
does.
just
Especially,
sitting there watching the wheel turn, and
yeah,
there's no I was like, "What if
and
no?"
no one's in there. And then there'll be like pedestrians crossing the street, and the thing stops for them
So how
and
was the
waits.
braking? Was it comfortable braking, like easing into it
It
or
was just like somebody was driving.
that's
It wasn't
crazy.
jerky. It wasn't anything. The only thing that was jerky about it, like I said, they're aggressive.
Yeah.
Like they're not waiting for people to,
They're putting on
slow
that blinker and
drivers.
they're going.
Yeah, they're, and they just go. And it's
Well, they
something
don't
else.
hesitate. It's all computer. It sees they have room, so they just go take it.
Yep.
Whereas we would be like, "Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not enough room.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
wait.
not. No, computer's
I'll
like the
wait."
algorithm says
Right.
go.
Yep. Straight over.
It just goes.
That's
So,
crazy.
oh my
That's
gosh. But
crazy.
yeah. No, it was good though,
Good.
man. We got to give Austin another try though, because like I said, it rained so much.
Right.
We didn't
Couldn't
really
really experience
get
it.
out there and do it
Yeah.
all. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be back.
That's good. I'm glad you're back, man.
Yeah, yeah. Glad to be
Didn't
back.
take too long.
Glad to be back.
So one thing before you left, remember our bro brunch we had?
The bro brunch. Yes, the first inaugural.
Bro brunch.
Yeah.
This was a fantastic idea for men that haven't done it. It's an idea for men to get together. It was myself, Naeem, our friend Joe, and our kids.
Yeah.
No women.
We had all the kids. No
We had all
women.
the kids, no
Yep.
women. We made breakfast
Mm-hmm.
and then just there you go. Yep. That's for you.
Phone chirp. Yep.
Yep, there it is right there. We made breakfast, hung out by the pool. No women. They were out doing whatever women do on their Sunday fun days.
Yep.
It was the first time we'd done anything like that,
Mhm.
and it was one of the best experiences.
It was amazing.
It was awesome.
The weather was
Oh,
perfect.
so that was gonna set the scene. The weather was perfect. It was sunny, not too hot, maybe 90.
Yeah.
I don't really remember, around 90.
Mhm.
Uh, Not a cloud in the sky,
Nope.
right? Kids are in the pool swimming after we ate, having a
Mhm.
great time. This is kinda something that resonated with me. You had said to me during that time, maybe you remember it, maybe you won't, but at one point we were sitting there just watching the kids in the pool, and you looked over at me, you're like, "Man, where else would you rather be right now?"
Ah, yeah, I do remember saying that.
And of course, my immediate answer was, "Nowhere, right here."
Mhm.
But I'm here to tell you later that day, it kinda resonated with me a little bit.
Okay, and in what way?
So when you asked that, in that moment in time, I was like, "Yeah, nowhere else but here."
Right.
But at the same time, I also had a bunch of stuff I needed to get done at the house.
Oh, yeah, I remember when
So
we,
it
talked you
was
out of doing all that
yeah, she
stuff.
did, which is fine. It was but what's funny, it's that internal struggle I
Yeah.
think men have in general. Made me got
Mhm.
to thinking about, like, where else would I rather be, or where else do I feel like I need to be,
Right.
right? Because you say, "There's always tomorrow, there's always tomorrow, there's always tomorrow."
Mhm.
Well, not when you have necessarily a long list of things in your mind you know you need to get done,
Right.
right? But hanging out with you guys was totally worth it.
Mhm.
So I just thought, I wonder what that struggle is really like. I mean, what do you think? Like, how much pressure, or not maybe pressure, but how much weight do you think feel sometimes as men when we know we have a long list of stuff to do, but we want to have fun with our family too?
Well, I think you put the delineation right there. It's are it are these things that I can do later, like laundry or,
Right.
painting a wall
Right.
or, is the earth gonna stop spinning if those things don't get
Correct.
done?
Right.
Or am I gonna enjoy my time doing something else,
Yeah.
possibly creating core memories
Yeah.
with my buddies and my kids?
Yes. And the answer was yes for me that day.
Absolutely.
But then, there's always the other side of that coin
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, now how do I adjust what I need to do?
Yeah.
Like, where do I reallocate my time to do kind of what we need to do? Because I feel at some point we feel pressure because everything's mounting and we're not getting projects done.
Yeah.
And what's
Are
that
you
internal
saying this?
battle?
Because I remember you said you had laundry. Did you have to wear dirty drawers the next day?
No, I did laundry that night. That wasn't it. I did do my laundry
You
later.
got up the next morning like, "Oh, I gotta wear
Uh,
these dirty
I was
drawers."
down to I was
Or
like
you have been
2
free
weeks with
balling it.
no laundry. Yeah. So
That's what I woulda
I'll
did.
just wear swim trunks.
Right.
And it's not, it wasn't about the task, but in that moment, yeah, there was nowhere else I would rather have been. Hanging out with my buddies, watching our kids have fun, not caring about anything.
Yeah.
But
But and
I
think
think it's a struggle for some men though.
I think it's a struggle for some men who don't have clear decision-making abilities.
I
'Cause
mean,
this could be a struggle of it could have been, do I wanna sit around with Joe and Naeem with no kids and just rip
right,
shots and get drunk all day when I know I got
right,
stuff to do?
right,
Well, no, that would be a bad decision. You
right,
should go home and get your stuff done.
right.
And,
But the kids were there having fun.
yeah,
So
but
that changes it.
that totally changes it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, even if the kids weren't there and it was just us,
I mean, it's still
not
been
saying we'd be sitting there ripping shots and chugging beers, that's not what we do, but don't make that
that's what
face.
we do. Clearly,
It was a
that's not what we do at
Saturday, it
all,
was a
huh? It was
Saturday.
Sunday.
Well, that's fine, we didn't have to work the next day. Did we? It
On Monday? Yeah.
wasn't a holiday?
Well, no.
Mm,
Some of us had to work on Monday.
mm. Hey, I just got a lot busier at work, okay?
It finally catching up with you a
Yeah,
little bit?
it is catching up with me, so
So I guess to land the plane on this topic, it was just, I think you have to, because I think men could get extremely stressed out if they focus so much on the what I have to do versus living in that moment
Mhm.
of hanging out there with your kids, because I think it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah, and a word comes to mind, procrastination,
Well, that too.
and then things
Yeah.
start to build up,
Right.
and now your back's
Right.
really against the wall, the
Right.
pressure's on.
And then you spent those 4 or 5 hours at bro brunch, the kids having a great time creating core memories,
Right,
wherein this little voice in the back of your head is like, "You should be home doing this, this, and this right now."
right. But did you get everything done?
Well, no, I didn't. Not
That's
that
fine.
day. Well, yeah, so it
You
just
got it
rolls
done.
over, right? Just keeps
Yeah.
rolling over
Nah, no big deal.
until
The earth
until
keeps
there's no
spinning.
more. Yeah, and ultimately it will be fine.
Yeah.
But looking at unfinished tasks too kind of eats at me a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same, same.
K
Especially the unfinished tasks that my wife starts and I have to
Whoa.
finish.
Whoa.
Ooh, I think I just bought us another 10 minutes of topic.
Didn't we talk about we never talked about
I don't think we
honeydew.
ever talked about
Have we not
this.
talked about honeydew lists?
Uh-uh.
And them starting stuff and us finishing or not even starting it?
Or just saying we should
Yeah.
do this.
Oh god, man, you're gonna give me so much trouble for this one.
The we. I
Did
was
you hear me saying that to her?
no, I didn't.
Did you
Oh,
when
no,
you
no, no,
guys
no,
were
I
over?
did, I did. Yes, I did. Because then I think I chimed in. I was like, "Oh, you speak French now? What are you saying those oui, monsieur?" Like,
She had said something about the deck. We need to do this, this, and this. I was like, "We? You got a mouse in your pocket?"
right. And now it's so funny now because Lish even knows she'll say, "Oh, babe, we need to paint that wall."
Yeah,
And she'd be like,
all the time.
and then she goes, "And when I say we, I mean you."
So she says it.
She says it. She comes right out and says
So
it.
Jamie would be like, "Well, we are a team," and I'm like, "We're a team based on you picking the color and me doing it."
Right. Hey,
Oh,
it's
there's another one
teamwork.
for you. And she's like, "Well, yeah, it's teamwork. Like
Yeah.
I design stuff, I come up with ideas, you implement them."
Right.
I'm like, "Which is easier?"
Well, and to save our butts so we don't sound
Oh,
like
it's way
complete
too gone now. I
jackasses.
added on to the garage while you were gone. It's fine. Get a pool table, a weight room in there now.
Oh, weight room?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you
Come
know
on
I'm
over. You don't
okay.
even need to leave.
Yeah, yeah. But no, both you know, Jamie and Lish both work really, really hard, bless
Yes,
their
they
ass, and
do.
they do a
Yeah,
lot of stuff around the
they
house,
do.
like,
They do.
Lish does projects that like, I don't even know how to do some of this
Yeah.
stuff. She
Yeah.
replaced a toilet in her old house.
Yeah,
I think I did that before. Yeah.
I think we had talked once about the DIY or DI don't, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
And I joked like I know just enough to get myself in trouble. Well, that means I get signed up for extra big projects
yeah. Mm,
sometimes. I don't mind doing, but man,
right,
it's I'll be out there just sweating my ass off building this deck, and she's like, "Oh man, we need to do this, this, and this," and I'm like, Not right now, lady.
right.
Like, bitch, go back in the AC."
Right. It's like when the chores start piling up, it's like the grass is getting long because it's
Right.
been raining like
Yeah,
crazy. It's like
yeah.
that needs to get done, and when you cut the grass, you gotta
Oh,
the
the
weed
grass was
whacks, you
another
gotta
thing
mow.
during our
Yeah.
bro brunch that I knew I needed to do.
Oh, yeah,
So I had the
yeah.
grass that was another thing.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's like
so the
all that
whole
stuff starts piling up, and then here they come. "You know what we should do?"
oh, I'm just like, "Not now, lady."
"I would love it if this was a decorative wall." Like, ugh,
I think
alright.
I made the mistake actually once. She said something about the deck doing something. I said, "You know where the wood is?"
Ooh, not sound nope,
Not
nope,
my
nope,
best moment.
nope.
Not my best moment.
No,
Oh, I think
um
I had a bruised Adam's apple for 3 days after that.
she judo chops you right in the throat.
Alright, well, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
listening to
The
another
whole
episode, late episode
yeah,
of Midlife Playbook.
we
I'm Matt.
apologize.
This is Naeem. We do apologize. We'll get back on the horse.
Mhm.
We get a few out there. Got people asking, texting.
Yeah,
Apparently people wanna listen to us ramble.
I like it.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see
Work.
you guys later.
See ya.
Thanks for listening.